With that being said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please tell me I'm
Hello,
not on Soul Podcast. Please tell me that's not where I am. I tried so hard.
Soul Podcast is a beautiful place, and it's much better than that Dakota
It's so
podcast.
dark. I don't even know what to do here. Someone save me. He's trapped me again. I did the weekend review, Soul. I did the weekend review, Soul.
You're not on your home turf. How does it feel?
This is our neck of the woods now.
Okay. Before we isolate everyone, we're doing a spoiler talk for Digimon, and since you're the reason this is happening in the first place, I thought I'd bring you in for since I've seen it as spoiler discussion thing.
Yep, I totally remember it 3 months ago when I saw it. Anyway, go ahead.
Wait, you saw Digimon 3 months ago?
Yeah, dude, I finished rewatching the first season 3 months ago. I haven't finished the second season yet because, it's good. I just, have other things that I'm watching. It's the season finale of, everything right now.
Yeah, that's way better. I thought you hadn't seen it in, a couple years at least.
Oh, God, no, yeah. I know a good majority of what happened in it.
Okay, we're going to probably just go through each arc and some of the characters, my gripes, your gripes. I assume I obviously watched it dubbed. I assume you've never watched it subbed, right?
Yes, I have not watched it subbed. We both watched the dub version. Okay.
Okay, I just want for people watching, if they expected us to know things, we don't. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say Matt isn't actually named Matt in the Japanese version.
Yeah, in the Japanese version, his name's like Matt is in his name. Oh, it's Yamato. Yamato is his name.
Yeah, they do that for a lot of dubs. They would be like, this is a close American name that kids can relate to. So,
on the bright side, Izzy's name is all fucked.
Oh, what's his name?
His name is, oh God, I'm so sorry for everyone listening at home. Koshiro Izumi.
Izzy's probably going to be easier for the kids.
On the bright side,
Sora's, I always thought Sora's name would be the same.
Kyrie's. They don't have Sora's on here. Let me get the. Anyway.
Kyrie's.
Yeah.
That's a nice reference there, buddy.
Oh, Kari. My apologies. Yeah.
Oh, Kari. Okay, that's what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were making a Kingdom Hearts reference because of Sora.
Well, I mean, they do follow their hearts, and Sora does follow her heart. So technically.
True.
Bam. True. Holy shit. Foreshadowing for our future retrospective. Anyway.
Okay. Hold on. Why was Kari, why was she basically Jesus for 3 episodes?
Well, she was like the Deus Ex Machina of the Digimon universe. Which I loved. Well, the thing is we got to kind of see Gatomon for a little bit before that. And so we got attached to Gatomon. You can kind of tell they focused a little bit too much on Gatomon for you to be like, this person's not important. The same thing happens in season 3 with Impmon. With Impmon. I agree with you. It was weird though. It took me aback the first time I saw it.
I watched it with my girlfriend, the whole series, and we both guessed that Gatomon would become Kari's Digimon. And I watched Digimon the movie, so.
Wow, spoilers, dude. Jesus. Come on. How can you watch the movie first?
Okay, let me just change my childhood real quick. I'm sorry. I've seen that movie at least 30 to 50 times. I'm not even joking.
Great.
I watched the hell out of that as a kid.
But yet you still hate Digimon.
No, I don't. I'm going to give it an actual positive score.
Aw, 6 out of 10? That's technically +1.
Yeah, that's a 6 out of 10 is actually a positive score. I don't know why people get really upset over 6 out of 10s.
I think people start at 10, where that's not where you should start when you're reviewing something. You should never start at 10.
And some places like Game Informer, a 7 is average, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
But that's completely off topic. So I as a kid did watch a couple episodes from each season. And I remember one time I was like, I'm going to watch the first episode of Digimon randomly. And I was cringing a lot. Because every character, it was Izzy's a computer nerd, so every line he's gonna say is gonna be related to computers.
Kind of. I mean, I think
it was like that just for the first episode, at least.
Yeah, they definitely oversold the ability of Digi for the first arc. No, the first whole arc is like Digivolution, Digi awesome, did you do it? And you're like, oh god, why? Guys, come on. We know what a story is.
And in fairness, we both watched it dubbed, and the dub, they got a lot better by the series ending.
Yeah,
because I remember watching Digimon the movie, and I was like, oh, they're actually like quality actors. And then I watched the first episode of this, I'm like, I don't think they've matured yet, as actors at least.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of that in, I think, Digimon Adventure 2, if you do get around to watching it. Like, they definitely are a lot more in character. I think the only one to return, actually, is Kari's character. I know that the originals return, but I think somebody new plays TK.
Yeah, I know, like, Digimon Try is gonna... That's far ahead, but I do hope to watch that. I know TK wears a fedora, so I'm very excited for that.
I will watch it when it gets dubbed.
Oh, you would.
Well, I'm a horrible person. So anyway, so there were different things that were going on, right? So the thing I loved about the series is there were different villains, right? Like, there were really those different arcs that we had throughout the actual full series.
Which was your favorite villain?
Oh man, okay. Well, do we consider, what is it?
There was like maybe 4 or 5 if you count the final villain they threw in there for like the last episode.
Well, that was kind of the weird part. Is like, Diaboromon, if I'm right. No, not Diaboromon. Yeah. Not Diaboromon.
It was complete utter sadness mon.
Yeah, it was like Apocalypse Mon or something like that.
And it was very Final Fantasy. If you ever play a Final Fantasy game, they throw in like a huge random new villain at the end sometimes.
I think my favorite arc would have to be the Dark Masters arc, I think. And I think that, unfortunately, I'd have to give my favorite villain to Piedmon. Only because, like, Piedmon was legitimately fucking scary. I'm sorry, kids at home. We say fuck around here. Yeah. Because, like... Go ahead.
Okay, well, I was just going to say, I remember I remember catching one episode as a kid, and when he was making them keychains, I remember that so well as a kid. Like, I was like... I just remember that so vividly. And my favorite arc would be the real world arc.
Well, and you know what the funny part about that is, before we talk about the real world arc, is like, that is ingrained in my head. Like, where TK is like falling and he's got like the mat keychain and he's like crying, like, that is like forever scarred in my brain. Like, when I was watching the whole series, I was like, I cannot wait to get to that episode, because there's such a good payoff, I feel, to the characters digivolving, if that makes sense. And I don't want to sit here and like talk crap on Pokemon, because like I don't feel like that's constructive or anything like that. But I feel like where a lot of times in Pokemon it took like, 60 or 80 episodes for them to like, Pokevolve, if that makes sense. I feel like in this series it was a natural progression for the amount of episodes you saw that allowed them to digivolve together, right? It wasn't like your Digimon digivolved without you and you weren't maturing as a person, or it wasn't like the person, the Digimaster or the Digidestin wasn't maturing beyond their Digimon. And I liked that a lot.
Yeah, in Pokemon it's a lot more like it's like, oh, this is a big moment for this Pokemon, we might as well make him evolve.
Yeah.
And it wasn't ever climactic for me because I played the games. And with this, I was actually like, me and my girlfriend were like, I didn't know what the new forms would look like, and I was very excited for that. Well, and I like... Go first.
You're fine, man.
I was just going to say, I like the Digimon probably a lot more than the people.
So Apocalypse was the villain at the end. That was the first thing I wanted to clarify for those listeners at home. The second thing was, yeah, like the God damn it, I was thinking it. Yeah, the funny thing, like the meme about Digimon is like when they digivolve, just make them a little bit bigger and throw armor on them, and like that's kind of true if that makes sense. But yeah, I think that there's like a natural progression for how they look. Maybe oh god, Tentamon. Sans Tantamon. Tentamon, like, he just kind of like, you're like, wait. I kind of follow what you're doing here. Like, they're bugs, but like, what?
Okay, why, how does, okay, for Sora's, it was a plant and then it turned into Bayomon, which is like a little bird, and then it turns into a bigger bird, but it started as a plant. I don't get that.
Well, and Mimi's,
right? I mean, hers was always a plant, though.
Well, Mimi's was a plant, but it was like always these different plants. Like first it was, I've got vines, then I'm this huge cactus, then I'm like a blossom flower girl, fairy, nymphomaniac.
I mean, which is good because you can't really always predict what they're gonna look like.
Yeah, 100%. And but yeah, I agree with you. Like it was kind of weird seeing all of
how like the cat would turn into a female angel, obviously.
Well,
and then it turns back into a cat in Digimon the movie.
Well, and what was Patamon? Does anyone know what animal Patamon was?
Patamon, it was
like a guinea pig.
At first, it was just like a little. Yeah, at first it was like a guinea pig, and then it was a guinea pig with wings, and then it turned into an angel.
Like,
I do want to say though, whenever he digivolved, it was a huge payoff.
Oh man, like that's the big thing about like Adventure 2 is like when the digivolves that they have, if that makes sense, are very, very stylized, but it's not to like sell merchandise. Because I feel like a lot of those shows when we were growing up was like, oh, hey, you got to make these new Digivolution forms to sell more toys. Like, they're very well constructed, as we said. But yeah, like, it was a big deal. Like, when TK, which for a series for kids was really strange. Like, you have TK, who basically the first time his Digimon goes to champion form is the most powerful champion form that we can see. And
by far.
And is so powerful that he destroys himself. And Demimon.
And I just want to say, I love how in anime, like, obviously a lot of characters die in anime, but, like, they kind of get away with it because in Dragon Ball and Digiball, they're just like, well, they're going to be reborn, so we can get away with it, and kids can not be traumatized.
Yeah, well, and the funny thing is like, I liked seeing the character progression of like TK getting Patamon back. Like he was cool. Like he still got him back. I think it's not. I was trying to think of the actual name for what Patamon becomes because like the smaller form, but like he gets him back and he's like, I don't want you to fight, and you're like, oh my god, and like that kind of, no offense to TK or anything like that, it's kind of a horrible character when you think about it, led to everyone else becoming keychains from Piedmon, which again. TK has the most OP Digimon ever. Like even War Greymon and Metal Garurumon are like kind of chump change. Like they definitely can wreck stuff, but they're kind of chump change compared to like Magna Angemon.
Considering like Piedmon like beat them in like 1 or 2 hits the first time they fought.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is like they're constantly raising the bar. And then they like, I can't tell how powerful, it's the only problem I have with them. I can't tell how powerful the Digimon are because at one thing they're like, they destroy something, they wreck face, and you're like, oh, cool, that's how powerful they are. And then they introduce somebody who maybe has the same power level, maybe a little bit higher, right? A little bit of a mega form instead of an ultimate form, and they just get destroyed. And you're like, okay, but you just killed the last one that was a mega form. I'm confused what's going on in the series.
Going back to the TK thing, like one problem I had, it was kind of just like the melodramatic teenage angst fights where like TK would get mad at his Digimon, Matt and Tai would fight, and this happened just so many times, and they usually just used it as like an excuse for the team to split up. But like after a while, it's just like, okay, we really don't need to fight anymore. We've been through this.
Yeah, I agree with you. That was one of the things that you were talking about when you messaged me. You were like, "Oh, look, they're splitting up again. Great, love it.
Yep.
So happy, Keith." I'm like, it's okay.
Yep.
It makes sense.
That's just one complaint, and I don't think I really I like the Digimon, and I like their uh, relations with each of their trainers. Like I like how Agumon and Tai have a very different relationship than Izzy and Tentamon. It's like completely different friendships, right?
Oh yeah.
But as like standalone characters, I don't like Mimi. I don't like Joe. I don't like Matt. Like as standalone characters.
Well, and they kind of became, how do I say this? I think every character, and you said it best at the beginning, right? Like every character at the beginning of the series is a very specific archetype. And they start kind of molding them out of their archetypes, but people like Mimi and Joe, they have those moments where they could progress forward as characters, and they never really propel themselves forward. They just kind of like stay in stasis. And that could be bad writing, right? That could be
yeah, it could also be a dub change, because I know, like, with, like, Pokemon, for example, everyone ships Ash and Misty, but that's only because the dub changed the lines to make it seem that way. And so they could basically just be like, oh, this character's a computer nerd. Let's make all the lines computer nerd gibberish.
Well, yeah, but I also feel like, especially when you return to the real world, like, Izzy... Man, like this series, like when you look at it at its face value, you're like, oh, it's about going into a computer and fighting digital monsters. That's really cool. But like at its heart, like Izzy, like doesn't have any parents really. He's an orphan, and they make a point for you to understand that. Tai is really scared to lose his sister because of that fateful night.
Okay, yeah. I do want to say that was like probably one of my favorite like moments when she like came back from the hospital and was like, I'm sorry, I wasn't very good at soccer.
Oh my god.
I was like, dude.
Yeah.
That was a great moment.
Yeah, yeah, those are the things, like, they have those character moments, which you and I talk about when we talk about Tabletop and Chill. Like, there's those, like, random character moments that are like, kind of peppered in there that you're like, ow, my heart. Why would you do that? Oh, it's so vulnerable. Stop it.
Yeah, another thing, I like that, even though I think other than, like, Izzy, Kari, who I like them a lot, and Tai, he's okay to me, but I do like how it's not, like, a standard set of characters. Like, you can make an argument that Matt is Tai's best friend, but for me, since I watched Digimon the movie, I saw it Izzy and Tai were the best friends, and there's not, like, a distinct, like, okay, you're the obvious rival, you're the obvious love interest. Like it like blurs the lines a lot.
Oh yeah, and I think that like while there are definitely leads and there are secondary characters in the series, right? I think that, and I understand what you're saying. That's why I would find it a little bit harder to be like, Tai and Matt are best friends. They have like a mutual respect for each other. They understand that each of them can lead the team, but they lead better together.
Yeah, and they're not rivals and they're not best friends. It's kind of like Matt and TK. They're the real relationship, but Matt and Tai have their own thing too.
Well, again, Matt and TK, parents divorced, doesn't really get to see the dad. Like, I'm like, heart, stop! Sorry.
Yeah.
This series makes me super emotional.
It's good. I think the show kind of makes Matt the rival, even though he really isn't, but they'll like put him side by side for like Tai in the intro and stuff like that, just because I think we naturally think that kind of stuff.
Well, and the funny thing is like upon rewatching the series, and even at like we're like near the end, like Matt is still, his worst enemy is himself. Like he is in that dark cave, right? During is it the Dark Masters that he's in the dark cave, if I'm right, or is it after? Yeah, like he's in the.
No, it's during.
Yeah, he's in the dark cave, and he's like fighting himself basically, and everybody else is kind of like moved forward. They're like, hey, we know what our dark secret is, and he's like, it's me. Like it's always gonna be me. So no, yeah, I agree. I don't think that they're rivals. I think that it's kind of one of those things where they both can lead, but if one of them is faltering, they need the other one to bring them back up to leader status.
Yeah. Even though Matt's not my favorite character, Gabumon is my favorite Digimon.
I know why. Is it because you guys sound alike?
No, It is because of his voice. It's not because we sound alike.
I was just saying, maybe we need some food.
Okay, every time he talked, I just wanted to hug him, and his voice was so funny. He's like, "Stop saying that, Matt. Stop saying that," or some. I don't know.
They're your friends.
Yeah. TK needs you, Matt. I love Gabumon.
Who was your...
And I think...
Go ahead.
I wanted to say he had just a really cool, just his evolutions and everything.
Oh my... Yeah.
And he had that really great moment where he obviously doesn't want Tai to fight, but there's like that moment when Matt's like, "Are you with me or with him?" And then he's just like, "I'm with you. I will fuck War Greymon up."
Oh yeah, where they're in the forest and he's just like, "I don't want to fight you, please." Greymon. Yeah, he's like, "I don't want to fight. Please back down. Like, please back down. I do not want to fight you." And he's like, "But Tai doesn't want me to back down." You're like, "Oh no, stop fighting."
And then Tentamon is just on the side. And you could do so many great impressions with the Digimon.
I was gonna try Tentamon, but then I was like, "Oh god, I'm probably gonna fail that shit."
Tentamon.
Oh no, Izzy! Stop it! Stop the fighting, Izzy! Oh no!
Tentamon's my second favorite, and then probably Agumon.
See, I don't know. I think that and you've seen the movie. Sorry for everyone else at home. It's like, Keith, this is the spoiler for the season 1. Terriermon is my favorite.
The
one that gets the guns when he evolves.
What?
Remember the awkward kid that yeah,
the big one that sings All Star.
Yeah. Terriermon's my favorite. But no, what was I thinking? So who's your favorite trainer then?
If not Kari, no, probably Kari.
Why?
Because she's not an asshole like everyone else. That's not true. I don't think Joe or Izzy are assholes. Or Sora, I guess.
Sora!
Probably just because I actually cared about what she was doing. And I liked how they introduced her, and because there's not strong competition, that's why. In all honesty.
My biggest issue with Kairi has nothing to do with Kairi. It has more to do... Shut up. It has more to do... Listen, I'm going from the Japanese
I called her... Okay,
dub.
I called her Kairi, too. It's okay.
My biggest issue with her has nothing to do with her. It's just the, 5 or 6 filler episodes of her having the Digivice, and then the cat being like... It, flies off. You're like, God damn it. She had the device. Just let her have the device, please. I don't want to see this.
I didn't mind that part. I think I just really liked the real world, and, there was Wizardmon and his death, and I don't know.
Oh my God, stop it. I don't want to cry anymore, Chris.
It's okay.
I can't cry anymore, man. I can't take it.
It's okay. What was your favorite villain? I don't think we ever...
We did. I said Piedmon.
Oh yeah, Piedmon.
You didn't finish it because you didn't say yours.
Because I don't know if I have one.
Really? You didn't like Myotismon? Because you said that you liked them returning to the digital world, which that was Venom Myotismon, the one that they defeated when they all went super mega.
Yeah. It was like we had a generic kind of devil, kind of generic vampire, and then we had the weird monkey dude, which I don't even know how to feel about him. And then we had... Yeah. And then we had just a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's my thing. I think the Dark Masters hit home a little bit harder. I think the weird part about Myotismon is you have, as you stated, a vampire legitimately walking around Japan where he can summon a carriage for a woman, and you're like, oh my God, I can't take you seriously.
And he's collecting children. And he's collecting children.
Yeah, and for a little bit, it's kind of laughably funny, and then he kills Oh my god, he kills. I know.
Wizardmon.
No, well, no, he doesn't kill Wizardmon first. Like, remember the episode that looked like it was a filler, where Matt and TK are like walking around outside, and the rock Digimon, I forget his name. It'll come to me in a moment. And the other pumpkin-headed one are like walking around, and they're like, "We don't really want to fight you," and then he kills them.
Oh, yeah, his like minions.
Yeah, like he straight up kills them. He's like, all right, well, like at first he was like, it's fine, and then he's like, just kidding, dead. And you're like, oh.
I mean, I kind of expected that from the beginning, in all honesty. Just the way he was treating them, and that's what pretty much every anime villain ever does, is kill their minions.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think that there was, I mean, the series was really long. It's like, was it 52 or 56 episodes?
I forget. I stopped paying attention.
54. It's 54 episodes.
Okay.
But yeah, like,
which is a lot of episodes.
It is, but I think that the good news about that is it's not like, it's not one story, as I said, right? Like, if it was 54 episodes of Devimon, oh my god, why?
Yeah.
But like every 10 episodes or so, you're at a new villain.
Yeah, that's what a lot of anime do. They do arcs of like 12 episodes, and if they know the series is gonna do well, they just make another arc, and they just keep it going until whenever. So, I think that's what they did. So it's not like the pacing was like Pokemon, where it's like we do nothing forever, where it's like Dragon Ball Z, where we do a lot of stuff, but it takes a long time.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah. Well, to make fun of Dragon Ball Z, at least the battles didn't last 9 episodes.
But they're completely different battles.
So hold on, since we're talking about battles, let's put this on the table right now, because somebody tagged me in a photo on Facebook. So let's talk about it. How did you feel of their Pokemoning of the Digimon with the episode? Because there's like a few episodes that are like pivotal episodes in Adventure, but one of the very first ones that was pivotal was where Tai tried to force Agumon or Greymon to go into Metal Greymon, and instead made Skull Greymon. So I kind of want to know your thoughts on it, because you obviously tagged me in something about it.
Oh, yeah, because I just saw the part where he was being mean to him, and obviously that was like an arc of Tai learning not to treat Agumon like a dick, and what could happen if he did. It was basically don't abuse your Digimon.
Well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, first off, he didn't really even learn the lesson because he was being a dick to him later in the series. And I thought, I'm not nearly as much as he was, but there are times where, I mean, for good reason. It was like, if when Kari would be in danger, he'd be like, fuck everyone else, which is understandable. I'm not making a big complaint about it.
Well, but the lesson was like the lesson for everyone, which I think comes up again, and I think they do it in every single Digimon series, is your crest is your crest, right? Like, so for example, Joe's crest is reliability, but if he's unreliable and tries to make his Digimon be unreliable, it can morph his Digimon into something completely different, which again, you see in the Digimon movie, doing the opposite of what your crest is or whatever. So the lesson is that you're courageous, but when Tai jumped in front of the Digimon, not for courageous purposes, but for selfish purposes to try and make Greymon Digivolve, that's what made Skull Greymon.
I didn't think it was a bad idea. I didn't really have a problem with it in general. I just thought it was funny to tag you in and show you.
Well, and then
in a negative light.
And then we talked about Home Away from Home. That's where he like sees Kairi. He's in like that weird black and white world. But he's in the past. But he's in the future. He's also in the past.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other ones. Like, I really didn't like how Sora just kind of disappeared during the Crest arc. She's like, I can't love anyone. You're like, Sora. Oh God, Sora. You already have the Keyblade. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. I enjoyed and also didn't enjoy the fact that, like, Matt's his friendship, but he's, like, not at all, like, a good friend. And then, Joe he's not very, well, he's reliable, but, Mimi isn't, what was hers? Compassionate?
Sincerity.
Or sincerity, yeah.
She's very sincere.
She's not, so, like, she's not forcing her Digimon to not be sincere, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I thought that was weird.
Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I think that we've hit a good majority of them. I mean, you have, like, Edamon came back, which was the monkey. I mean, you had the Dark Masters go at him. You had the... I'm really surprised that the home world was your favorite. I can understand that, only because, like, when, like, stuff starts going bad in the real world, like, stuff starts going bad. Like, we're talking, like, grouping people up in, like, containment camps. Bad.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a lot more relatable than, like, a backdrop that's just, like, puke green with a forest in the background. It's an actual city.
Yeah, true. I think that we can both agree. Like, so do you think, was there a point in the series where you were like, okay, you could have been done at this point? Because I feel like those last 2 episodes, I agree with what you said. It's kind of like the end. It's like a Final Fantasy boss. He literally comes out of nowhere and he's like, I've been here the whole time to kill you. And you're like...
Yeah, I mean, it's a very Deus Ex like thing, but for like a villain where it's just, I am all the negative things combined, and I can use all the villain's moves, and I'm gonna wreck your shit. It was very inconvenient or convenient, depending on how you want to look at it. But I didn't have a super problem with it because, this isn't a series that's like taking itself too seriously, obviously.
Ouch.
Not like that, but like it's like a fun adventure thing that's
Listen,
supposed
Keith,
to kind of happen.
It's not Game of Thrones, okay?
If Game of Thrones did shit like that, I would obviously be upset. But this is a adventure show that's kind of meant for children, in all honesty.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. I think that, like, it kind of, like, grows in terms of that. Like, Adventure 1, very much for kids. Adventure 2, a little less for kids. Adventure 3, don't let your children watch it. Like, not Adventure Try. Like, we're talking, like, Season 3. Season 3 is so dark. There's, like, a kill count.
That's, like, with the red dinosaur thing and the fox woman, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's where Digimon is basically a TV show in their universe and a card game, but the card game comes real and stuff like that. And it could kind of sort of be a prequel to Adventure 1 if you, like, headcanon it well enough, but it would only be headcanon. It wouldn't be real.
So it's not canon to the other two?
No, it's not. It's its own standalone series that takes place in another universe, basically. But it's very... I will review it after Eden reviews Adventure 2.
Is she actually doing that?
She said legitimately, she's like, oh my god, I'm so excited. No, I was like, okay, cool, but you actually have to do it. Like, don't be like, okay. I'm so busy with my creepypasta readings, Keith. No, put down the book.
If anything, that's just so out of place on her channel, but okay.
No, it's not. Her image is of an anime woman.
Yeah, but a review is completely different.
Yeah, but she could be like, I'm going to be reviewing things as a part of our collaboration with Tabletop and Chill. Please subscribe to Tabletop and Chill. This is an endorsement from Tabletop and Chill. Thank you for your
time. I won't remember, but let's just say I have links so people know what you're talking about.
It's fine. In like half the videos I've recorded with you and other people, I'm like, I'll leave a card here, and I never do, and you always call me on it, so it's fine.
Pretty much. I forget to. I think for my podcast, I've been like, oh, there's going to be spoilers, and I'll have annotations, and then I'm just like, hey guys, for the whole video, just look out for spoilers for such and such. Yeah. I'm trying to think of stuff we haven't covered. Favorite final Digi-evolution?
Oof.
I was kind of upset no one else got to Warp Digivolve.
They get something very different in Season 2.
Like, do they come back and then they can do it?
No, like Digimon combined together to make a brand new Digimon.
Yeah, I saw that in the movie, but like, so like Bird or what's Lilymon never digivolves again.
Lilymon, yeah, that's her ultimate. Yeah, she doesn't have a Mega. Warp Digivolving is like Mega form.
Oh.
They what am I thinking? I'd probably say my favorite final form. Well, TK and Kari's do go further than what they see. I actually probably would say I would say Magna Angemon. I just love how he looks.
The one it has like purple and white and all that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, what was yours?
I mean, technically,
was it Lilymon?
Yes. No,
oh God.
If not from what I saw in the movie, of the form beyond what you're talking about, if probably just War Greymon.
Oof. That's an original choice. I respect you for that.
I mean, when I think of everyone else, I'm just like, no.
Really? Not even Metal Garurumon?
No.
Wow, that was so quick. Holy shit. It wasn't even like, no, it was like, no. Never. Don't you mention that name again. Sorry.
Because Metal Greymon has a really cool concept, and he has a better move than just, I shoot missiles.
But he shoots a lot of missiles.
That's the same problem I had with Metal Greymon. He just shoots missiles. I thought he'd have like a cool Nova Blast Terra Force.
He shoots his hand off, Soul. He shoots his hand off.
Any robot thing in anime ever does that, Keith. So
I don't know what anime is. I don't know what anime is, so you know.
Well, you should pick up one since we're talking about one right now.
# make Keith anime.
I can introduce you to some shows, man.
I dated a girlfriend who loved anime. I was like, Full Metal Alchemist. And she was like, okay.
Did you watch Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah, I watched Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Well, there you go. That's an amazing series right there.
I also didn't finish but started Death Note.
I got my brother. He's into anime. Or not into anime, and I got him to watch Death Note.
Death Note's pretty cool. I didn't dislike it. It's just I binged a lot of Death Note, and I kind of was like, I'm burned out on Death Note right now.
The second half to Death Note is not even really good. I think everyone agrees to that.
Yeah, I think I watched up until the point where he's like revealed to everyone, or to the guy.
That's like the last episode, I think.
Oh no, my apologies. Where he starts working for the team.
Man, that's not even the second half. You didn't watch all of it?
I know I at least got to the second half. Okay, that's all that matters. Anyway.
There are better shows. There's non-commercial big shows.
I want everyone to know we could not go 40 minutes talking about Digimon.
We can get back on Digimon if it makes you feel better.
We tried. We can do final thoughts if you want. I mean, we can go on for 40 minutes. Shit.
It really doesn't matter. You go first. What would you give it out of 10 also?
I don't do that because I'm not a racist. So
okay.
I don't believe in your system.
I'm not a part of this system.
I threw it on the ground.
Welcome to the real world, jackass.
I would probably say I would recommend that if you're into 90s nostalgia.
It's subjective. It's for you.
If you're
it doesn't matter.
If you're
Are you into 90s nostalgia?
God, shut your mouth. If you're into 90s nostalgia.
Are you? It's about you. It's subjective.
It's not. I don't know how to do that.
It's too bad.
I enjoyed it. I would recommend it to a few different people. I know a lot of people wouldn't take it seriously, but I myself really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's literally just how much you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I probably enjoyed it more because I'd seen a little bit of it before. I would say if you watch the Digimon movie, which is a lot less it's a lot less taxing on your time, and you enjoy it, then I would suggest doing that. Because honestly, it's a long...
It doesn't make sense though. It doesn't make sense. There are people adults who would watch it and it makes no sense. There's 3 stories, there's 30 kids. There's so many forms.
Japan.
It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me because I've seen at least a couple episodes and I grew up with it and I get the concepts. But if you watch just Digimon the movie, it's not going to make any sense.
I would say you should watch Home Away from Home.
What's that?
That's the one where he's back in time, back at home, and thinking about life, and it's all dark gray and noirish. But it's not home, but it is home. I would suggest watching that episode or watching the episode where they all realize that they're all connected because they're all back home at that point and realize that there was the Parrotmon fight versus a different Greymon. Because, if you watch it from the beginning, yeah, you'll understand it, but I think you might be a tiny bit bored by the pilot. So I would recommend watching one of, the better episodes to be oh, God, this is where the series can go. And then you're okay, I can stick around. Because in every arc, there's 3 or 4 really, really good moments in really, really good episodes, right? But there are, as with any anime, probably 1 or 2 episodes you're all right, I don't care about this. And you can skip it. You won't miss much. I'll be real with you.
I am the person who's no, I have to go in order and watch it perfectly how I'm supposed to. So I couldn't do that.
Hashtag make soul complete it. Put the badge.
Yeah.
Put the badge. Put the badge. Right here. Put the badge.
I'm not going to. I don't edit these.
Here's the badge. If you don't know what the badge is, please come over to Decoded. We have the badge.
Good for you. I don't, because it's ugly and I hate it.
It's your badge, just recolored.
It's for color. We're not gonna go into this.
Wow, you hate color? Is that what you just said on your own Digimon review that you won't edit out? Wow. Hashtag Soul's a racist. Anyway, go ahead, Soul.
I was gonna make a quick note about the movie. In Japan, it was originally 3 separate short films, but American people just combined them, and were oh, we can add a little things here and there, and it'll make sense, sort of, not really. I love the movie. It's amazing to me for nostalgia reasons. But yeah, final thoughts. It was good. Keith?
I'm waiting on you.
I said it. It was good.
Wow. Okay. So, me over here, eloquent as shit, 500-word thesis statement on why this was a great show. So over here, I'd watch it for $1. Soul badge of approval.
I don't know if I like it that much to give it that.
Okay, let's be honest here. You've given the Soul badge of approval to worse things.
Like what?
Like Inside Out.
Inside Out was a great fucking movie. If anything, I gave a too low of a score for Inside Out. Have you seen that movie?
Nope.
Well, there you go. Watch it and you will be amazed. Everyone else gave it 9 and 10 out of 10s.
Did you watch it on Stars?
I watched it on this Xfinity thing website that my friend gave me.
Ah, what a good friend.
Yeah, I know.
I'd probably rate him a Soul badge of approval. You know what? I hope you die in Tabletop and Chill this week. I hope they kill you and you have to create a whole new character because your character was stupid and no one likes him.
I love how you just give NPC the vague they. Just they.
Anyway, so you wanna bring us on home?
If you want. You don't got any final thoughts?
I already gave my final thoughts. Jesus.
Any final thoughts?
Subscribe to Kinda Funny.
What's that?
It's a podcast with Greg Miller.
Podcast?
It's Greg Miller of IGN. Subscribe to it.
What does this have to do with anything?
You said final thoughts. You didn't say on Digimon. I already gave mine on Digimon.
if you like Digimon, leave a comment. If you don't like Digimon, leave a comment and like the video and share it with your friends and fucking make love to it and all that good stuff that you should do with your videos. Say whatever the last thing you want to say is.
Do you like movies?
Is that it?
Do you like music? Oh my god, I can't do it.
Do it.
Do you like video games? Do you like Soul randomly showing up in our videos because he loves us and never leaves us alone? We don't review books, fucker. Then you should subscribe to Decoded because we're the 21st century counterpoint to Soul Show. And I'm going to be really close to the mic because we love you, but not agree with you. Oh my god, I hope everyone saw your fucking The Weeknd review. Because everyone that did will be dying laughing. Everyone else will be like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Do you like movies? Do you like music? Do you like video games?
Video, just like,
do you like books?
He's like 30 subscribers away.
He's
Head on over to social. And give him a subscription.
Give him a subscription.
I'm gonna close the video out now, real quick. Thank you for watching. For whoever endured this video, you're a trooper, and I love you.
I stopped 2 minutes in.
What? Oh, you're an asshole.